Hi, my name is Lisa Pinkham, and I have a story to tell about finding connection and resources from God when I was feeling depleted and despairing. So I believe it was 2009, and I was quite ill and on heavy medication that had a lot of side effects. My two daughters were injured. My husband was working quite a bit. I was trying to juggle many things, part-time work, homeschooling, transporting to homeschool co-ops, daughters in physical therapy. And I was really feeling at the end of my rope. And I asked a friend if she would pray for me. And she actually drove an hour to come and sit with me and my husband. And we sat and just tried to turn our hearts to God. And I said, "Oh, when and how have I felt this way before?" And I had this memory of being 2 years old, and I was standing in the hospital hallway, and I could see down this long corridor, and my mom was going through the doors to deliver my brother. So I was standing there, seeing her disappear and seeing the door swing back and forth as it closed. My dad was beside me, and I had that same feeling of just feeling alone and afraid and isolated and really afraid of what's next, what's going to happen. This hasn't happened to me before that my mom's left, and I feel disconnected. So I asked God, who says he's with us always, where was he at that time in my life when I was 2 years old? And I had this period of silence, darkness, not sensing anything. And then, of course, I start feeling anxious, like, oh, I put myself out there to listen and ask God to show me where he is, ask for his help. And oh, I never can sense this, and I never will. And oh, I really need something to help me right now. But instead of, really going down that path and feeling um, all these negative thoughts, thinking all these negative thoughts, I just said, all right, what am I noticing in this memory? And for some reason, I was noticing the black and white checkered tiles on the hospital hall floor. So I was so desperate. I said, I got to get something out of this. So, okay, I'll pay attention to these black and white tiles. God, what is the deal with these black and white tiles? And then as I'm remembering this, I start to notice the way the light is shining on the tiles. And then I realize the light is shining in some places and then it's dark in some places on these tiles. And then I notice there's this flickering of the tiles. So I say, what is this? And as I'm remembering it, in this time of prayer, I turn around behind me, and there's another hospital door behind me, and it's light is coming through because the door is open, and Jesus is there. He's big Jesus. He's there with his hands on his hips, looking like Superman. So I have this image of Superman, hands on his hips, and he's got a cape, and the wind is blowing the cape. And he's strong and confident and competent, and he's gonna save the world, and he's gonna right the wrongs. And I realized that the flickering and the shifting of the light on the black and white tiles is because Jesus is standing in the doorway blocking some of the light, and as the cape is blowing, it's making this pattern of light. So I just start laughing and marveling, thinking, oh, yeah, Jesus is really my Superman. He's reliable, he's strong, he's competent. He will come and rescue and help, and we can trust him. And my friend Leslie, who was praying for me, said it would be just like a 2-year old to see Jesus as Superman. So that gave me a lot of hope back then in 2009. Say, okay, I felt these feelings before and I've made it through. I've overcome those challenges. I've made it through that hard season. Here I am, and now I'm in another hard season. We're all in another hard season. And I have found myself saying, when I feel that same way, when I feel like that helpless little child that feels disconnected and worried about the future, and like I've lost somebody like that I was relying on. They're not there, and I don't know when they're coming back. I can always count on Superman Jesus to be behind me, saying, I've got this, and take my hand and let's go. I'll lead you out of this door and into the light. And so I find myself actually saying, when I feel like that little child, help me, Superman Jesus. And when I woke up this morning, I just felt like the Lord was reminding me that no matter how old and mature and wise I get, and no matter how much I might be serving or helping or encouraging other people, I'm always able to cry out to him like a child in need and say, help me, Superman Jesus. Thanks for listening.